In 2011, Zeitz laid the foundation stone for his company, Karatbars International. The goal was for every human being to be able to own gold. What was once a one-man show is now a worldwide empire of companies that generates an annual turnover of more than 100 million euros. But Harald Zeitz has even bigger goals. A gold-based means of payment, which is crisis-proof and will revolutionize our financial system. His mission was initially just laughed at. Today, he is the market leader for innovative gold products and blockchain solutions.
Looking for the freedom from the system.
Rahbat Yasar, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste, Shalom, Hotep, peace and blessings to everyone around the world. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's definitely a wonderful day to be in this company, Karatbars International. I'm very, very, very excited today because I have somebody who has been a mentor to me for a long time, and someone who has also been a mentor for many. And I had the pleasure of talking with this gentleman the other night on the telephone, and he dropped some information on me. And the information that he dropped was pertaining to getting at least 5 people into this company early on, you know, as of to say maybe even when you first get in, and empowering those 5 people. Let me see, I'm getting a few comments. Let me make sure everything is good here. It's always good that you got to check multiple sources. That's the challenge with this. So that may be on your end, good brother. It looks like I'm coming through. Hold on, let me check. I got a way to fix that for you. Hold on, give me 1 second. What I'll do for you is I'll link you up to my USB. Can you hear me now? Okay, yes, good, good. All right. So I was just edifying you a little bit, and not even really an edification, but just telling everybody a little bit of how you affected me and so many others. And I was telling them about the training that you recently, you really been putting it out there, but we were having a talk on the phone the other night, and you mentioned there was 5 people, and getting people fired up about getting those 5 people in and getting them the right training, and that really supercharging or having the ability to supercharge your team and what you're doing and your business in general. And so with that, I didn't really feel like I could break it down to everybody the way that you could. In fact, I'm sure I can't. So I actually instead have my notebook here, and I would let you be the teacher today, but to some of the people on the platform, because we kind of create this little subculture and wealth builders here that we meet at 9:20 every day. A lot of people you see in the comments, Mr. Ronald Newton, James Marshall, Debbie Nixon, Christopher Voorhees, Danny James, they are here every single day. And so it's a beautiful thing because we get to rise up, and I get to share some amazing information with them. And every once in a great while, I get to have, well, I ain't even gonna say that, man. This is the first. This is this has never been seen before on Brother Kansu's show. So I just want to thank you so much, Brother Al Murray, for coming on here. And I want you to break everybody down with the importance of, and maybe also just anything you want to build, but on that topic of that 5.
Yes, sir. I certainly appreciate the opportunity to be here on this platform with you, sir. I definitely have respected the level of content and the work that you've put into building up our Karatbars family here. And so hats off to you as well, sir. And it's always my intent to bring good content and really just to show folks and people in general that are involved with Karatbars, what I've learned over the years that I've been involved in this industry. And 5 is just a powerful number. I mean, first and foremost, we've got to understand that most people do this business part-time. So we work in multiples of 5, if you will. So I would say 5 hours. Generally, when somebody says, I don't have the time, what I'm sharing with them is, couldn't you find a way to carve out 5 to 10 hours a week to literally change your life? You could do that, couldn't you? Okay. And so that's the premise that I'm working with, is that number five, and in this case, times two, 10 hours a week. Because naturally, first getting started is you have to put a little extra time to get the ball rolling. When you're thinking about, momentum, the first thing is just to get it moving. And once you get it moving, then it starts to move on its own. You think about that snowball and what have you. So, you know, you have to think you're starting 5 to 10 hours a week, most folks part-time, okay? And then your goal is to do this thing that we call a carrot fast track, okay? Um, the KFT. And in that, what you're doing is you're finding people, five people, okay? And as a minimum, and understand, we never let our minimums be our maximums. But again, that number five, okay, and it's funny and not funny, because I understand that the company has done its research also. That's why the promotion is 5 and 5, 5 people in 5 weeks. And I'll tell you something, folks, we really got to make sure that we commit to that, because we don't promote what we don't do. And so it starts with you. It's your business. At all times, you've got to take inventory, and you got to ask yourself, if my team was doing what I'm doing, how much would they be growing? And in turn, how much would I be growing? And so while we're in an assets acquisition company, that's the way I look at my business. I look at it as an assets acquisition company. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for miners. Okay. I'm looking to build and create efficient miners. These folks, they mine gold and they mine crypto. So they're gold and crypto miners, like the old school days, the 49ers and panhandling, I guess, or whatever that sifting thing is they used to do with the gold. Well, listen, the cheese has moved. And right now we've got a platform that we can create, our own mining process. And that's showing people this incredible opportunity, sharing it with people. And so um I employ a couple of equations, okay? And the way I like to work this is, I like to think that I start out with my cash. That's my investment. My cash plus my sweat equity equals assets. My cash, my sweat equity equals assets. And that's what this account company allows me to work within that equation. And then it moves, because I understand we're investing back into our business, into our own selves. And then the equation is now sweat equity plus KB cash, Karatbars cash. That's the cash I've earned through my sweat equity. Okay, so I'm still sweat equity plus KB cash equals more assets. Because again, I'm looking to acquire what I can acquire for free. Okay, or really through my sweat equity. And then the last part of this equation, or the last equation, if you will, is KB cash plus more assets equals legacy wealth. And that's one of my goals with this business, is to create legacy wealth. And so when we start to think about that number of five, um, it's you putting in that 5 hours. And this is starting to create the leverage that makes all the difference in the world of building a successful Karatbars business. Okay. And so you putting in that 5 hours a week, over the course of that 5 weeks, you find a minimum of 5 people. 5 people. Okay. And again, I like to break it down. We never want to really focus on 5. We focus on 4. We focus on the month. And so you now have 5 people. And now those 5, we focus on the duplication. Okay. And the leverage, right? So now those 5 are putting in 5 hours a week, something they're doing, something simple, something that they can do. And now you've got 25 hours going into that week. Okay. Right. 25 hours going into that week. And now you're starting to grow. Your mining business is growing. Your assets acquisition company is growing. You're getting man hours. Okay. And the great thing is these people are working for themselves and not for you. Okay. And that's another important part of this business is you got to get your affiliates to realize that this is their business. You have to help them to get them, you have to help them take ownership of their business. So now you've got 25 people, and those 25 people now put in 5 hours a week, something that they can do.
Right.
Now you got 125 hours working for you.
Whew.
Now I want to ask you, how hard would it be to work 125 hours on your own
Oh
a
man,
week?
it'd be almost impossible. I mean, you wouldn't get no sleep. You have to just what maybe 20 hours on, 2 hours off. You know, you wouldn't. It'd be impossible, brother. And so what I want to say to everybody, I hope that y'all understand and realize this is leverage. When we one of the main I think components we're taught about in wealth builders, and because it's one of the best components of Karatbars, is the ability of leverage. And what he's telling you is how to really maximize this, how to maximize not just your time, but those people's time who you have come to help. And I just want to remind everybody, while those people are putting in that 5 hours, they're putting in that 5 hours for their future legacy. So initially, it almost seems like you need to get people to work for you, but that's not it at all. You're helping people to build something, and by helping them to build something and using a strategy as intelligent as this gentleman's is right here, you will be able to really see the full effects of what this system, what this vehicle has to offer to you. And I just wanted to kind of add in with that a little bit. And one thing you said, brother, that some people asked about, I had people say, well, I could probably get a package, but I don't have money to invest in a company. And I say, well, the only thing you really have to do is get the package then if you got a little bit of time to put in. Because you mentioned something earlier how we can pay ourselves through the company. We can pay ourselves in excess of 10% of whatever our outside earnings are through Karatbars. Meaning that if you get a business package and you're serious, you really never have to put in another dime to own as much gold as you can hold. And I think that that's something phenomenal too. And I wanted you to expand on that if you would, my good brother.
Yes, absolutely. It's the sweat equity component to this. I mean, we got to think about what we give to other people, what we give to other companies, and what we give to our employers. What we give them is we give them our time. That's our equity, and we trade that time for money. And so you have the power. The power is in the labor. It's in the sweat equity, right? So what you do is you just invest some of that back into yourself. I mean, honestly, with some of the programs that this company has, you don't have to spend any money to get started. We can share the program for free. You got the metal cards and stuff. Now, I don't advocate that. I don't. But if somebody needs, if somebody needs to go that process in order to get started, then by all means, let's make that happen. But that's all a part of a person's game plan, if you will. You game plan interview with them in the beginning, but the power is in our labor. And when I put my labor with your labor, and we put our labor with his and her labor, then man, we have that leverage is working for us, man. And it's an incredible thing when you can make that happen. But the key to it is really helping people understand how much power there is in associations, because we associate in a job environment and all of that power benefits the business owner. But all we really see is what we contribute to it in the form of labor and in the result, which is that hourly wage or pay that you get. But man, Jim Rome talks about profits and wages, profits being better than wages. So it's a mindset change, and it's just so beneficial, man, when we can really get folks to buy in. But first, it takes us to buy in first.
And I just want to really elaborate on what you ended with. It takes us to buy in first. And I've been speaking on this a lot lately because it hit me one day. I had to tighten some things up because Robert Kiyosaki's, he said what a fake teacher was. And they say a fake teacher teaches something that they don't themselves do. They teach you something and do something else. So I was like, if we want to teach people how to use this system, how to maximize this system for themselves, we got to thereby maximize the system for us. And of course, it starts with, we can't tell people to go and save a gram of gold a month if we're not saving a gram of gold a month. Auto exchange is the best way. If your account is a little flaky and some months it ain't there, then you know what? Just purchase, you can do it by yourself. Purchase yourself at least 1 gram of gold a month from the very beginning. But here's the thing, you can't tell people to do that if you yourself ain't doing it. You could tell people, but it's a contradiction. Even if they don't notice it's a contradiction within yourself. And see, there's no more important respect than self-respect, and we can't hide our own behaviors from ourselves. So the more that you start to do what you teach, the more also I believe that your self-respect, at least these are some personal things that have happened for me, some kind of expanded on my journey. And so I guess what I'm encouraging everybody to do is, it's just like a child. They do what they see. They don't do what you tell them. So it's like if they see you fired up, they're gonna get fired up. If you come to them and try to get them fired up without being fired up yourself, without being concrete about this company yourself, I gotta grab a couple notes because Mr. Best did a stream the other night, and I just want to drop these in real quick because I feel like this is the key right here. This is the key. Excuse me, y'all. I've been taking a lot of notes lately, apparently. Oh man. Oh, here it is. So he said belief was number 3. He said the 4 steps of wealth from home. He said belief, but he said feeling rock solid about your CEO, Howard Sykes. Feeling rock solid about your company, Karatbars International. Feeling rock solid about your product that's easy, it's gold, and then feeling rock solid about yourself. And these things, I just wanted to kind of plug those in because I feel like they go with the point that I was making today, brother. And I want to put it back to you. This is really, man, I'm sitting here as a student today, but every once in a while you get me so fired up, I got to drop a few bombs on them, man. But I want to shift it back over to you, brother.
Hey, listen, I defer to Mr. Best all day, every day. I mean, every now and then I present in this right here, and that's just my own silent tribute to that man right there, man. So, when he talks, I listen, man. I take notes, doing just the same. When he talks about belief in the company, the product, and yourself, man, that's everything. Okay, and that's what many of us we fall back in those areas, where it's just that belief level, and it's easy. We don't like to say that, we don't believe that we can do this. So we push the non-belief, that failing part, back on the company. We fought, with a product, and so that is the biggest part of this, is the belief. And that's the biggest part of helping a new affiliate move forward, is helping them to believe. And the best way to help them get belief in this company is to get them paid. And so when you put money, you see, a new affiliate is like a light bulb. They're like a light bulb. And a light bulb is brightest when it first gets started. Okay, when you first screw it into the lamp, it's the brightest at that point. And from that point on, it starts to die. So it fades. And so in the lifespan of that new affiliate, you want to work within that affiliate right now and help them have small successes. Okay, 5 and 5, free promotion, getting paid. Okay, WBW award. I saw Mr. Best just posted a picture with all of the WBW awards going out. Okay, and so you help your person, you celebrate them through those feats. Okay, one of the things we should be doing on the power calls is, celebrating affiliates that hit the 5 and 5. Okay, because that lets others know that they can do it. And so that's huge, man, is just that belief aspect. And so as you continue to help your affiliate hit those initial milestones, what you do is you extend their life. So instead of them dimming a little bit, guess what? They get brighter. 5 and 5, they get brighter. WBW, they get brighter. All of a sudden, now they're gold manager and they're brighter. And then they become a director, boom, and they're even brighter. And guess what? At some point in there, the real thing comes when it clicks. And what they do is they turn into an eternal bulb. They never go out. Okay. And see, that's what I am. That listen, it's carry bars or nothing for me. You know what I mean? And so that's my belief level. I don't need anything else. All I need is what this company is offering us right now, an entire ecosystem steeped in the best money possible, where I can become my own bank and continue building my gold, my assets acquisition company. And that's it for me, you know. And so I would suggest that everybody make a primal focus of committing to these 5 and 5 trainings. We do 2 of them. It's one on a Thursday night that I do, and then it's the one on Sunday at 9. And they're both important. They're both important. And so you'll see that top leaders, they're on there, and they're on there with their people leading by example. And so it's the belief. So when you believe that this 5 and 5 will move you through the business, just think, you sponsor one person. Listen, that one investment can flip into initially 5 or more and more. And that's the key. You know, you can't eventually, you know, you're going to run out of warm market. You got to learn how to work cold market. Okay. And that's prospecting. But why not, instead of, you know, moving from warm, which are the people you know, to cold, which are people that you don't know, you go to lukewarm people that are within the networks of the folks that you bring on board. They're easier to talk to.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you already have at the very least, you can get the edification you need to have these respect of these people that don't even know you, because now somebody that they know is giving you an edification that automatically puts you in there. That's phenomenal, brother. I hadn't even that is phenomenal. That's some great stuff. And so everybody, so once again, those trainings are on Thursday and Sunday. Is that correct? 9 p.m. Is that both trainings 9 p.m. Thursday and Sunday, or the one on Thursday is a little different?
Yeah, Thursday is my class,
Okay.
and it's a fundamentals class. We teach the fundamentals of building the business. That's
Right.
7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
I mean,
Okay. So guys,
yeah.
so y'all hear it. Sunday night. Okay, you're gonna want to be on that training that we have for wealth builders, and of course, this also that you see today, Mr. Al Murray is a proud wealth builder, and he has his gold brick on the wall, y'all. I know I didn't get to give him the full edification, but I can tell you, I'd rather show you better than I can tell you. Go check out his 7:30 training on Thursday, and you understand why this gentleman is on this show if you don't already, man. And I see that our time is kind of getting a little bit about time to wrap it up soon. And of course, we're gonna get ready for today's power call. There is a lot going on in the future. I'm not going to announce everything today. You will get the announcements on the power call. But what I do want to tell you is be on the power call today, and make sure you have your tickets for tomorrow's event. Or Saturday's event. Excuse me. We have an amazing event coming up in the system of wealth builders. You do not want to miss this. So yeah, I mean, so your training, excuse me, it is Thursday. I'm slipping a little bit. So your training is on tonight at 7:30. Do you mind posting the link for that for everybody? Maybe in the description.
It's real easy. It's real easy.
Okay.
Goldrocks.info.
Oh, so you're on Gold Rocks with the 7:30 training. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So guys, it makes it easier than ever. Okay, so 7:30 you catch him on Gold Rocks. Then there's also additionally a 9 o'clock training on Gold Rocks. Okay, so we're keeping it going, and I would catch both of them. Get your team on both of them. That's easy. That's a little cluster of time. You can get them a tremendous amount of information in a small amount of time. So get everybody on and make sure everybody's plugged in. And of course, like I said, the power call is where it's at today. Okay, this ain't the power call. This is not a substitute. This is the unofficial pre-power call warm-up show. Is that your list, brother?
This is part of it.
See, this
is part of it.
This is why he reached gold director and beyond. You seen this list? Just a little piece.
Just a little bit. I'm looking for my binder. I don't. It's probably in the back there, but yeah, this is probably about 400. This is 6 sheets, 50 each, so a little less than that. But we got another a list of another 1,000 names in the back that I keep in a binder. But definitely come to the training class with a Gladiators Club form. You can go to the Union wealthbuildersworldwide.info or .net, pull that Gladiators Club form down. If you're using Pipeline or what have you, it's totally up to you. Or you can go to the unionuniverse.com, pull that Gladiators Club form down, and come to the class with this. We're going to help you build this. We're going to teach and show you how to contact to it. And then we're going to teach and show you how to do the three-way and connect with it. So it's just the fundamentals of building a business, and you're all welcome.
All right. So y'all heard it from Mr. Al Murray himself. I thank all of you for joining us today. Of course, I thank you, Mr. Al Murray. It was an honor.
Thank you, sir.
I also will be, as an example, not a fake teacher, I'm going to be plugged into your 7:30 training with some of my team, as many as would like to join me. So if any of my team watches this, just let's get together. We'll have a little watch party of his. We can do our own thing and watch it and bust it up about the information that he brings between his training and the 9 p.m. training. So anybody on my team, or even not on my team, you're welcome. We could get together and we'll have a little session, watch it together, because sometimes that's fun. We have our own comments, And everybody, once again, thank you. I'll see y'all, or hear y'all on the Power Call. It's a little bit of both these days. I love it. Love the new platform. And yeah, just plug in 7:30 tonight. GoldRocks.info. You can really capture what this gentleman is bringing to you. So go ahead and get that list. Be at the training with me and some of my team and Mr. Al Murray, and we're going to learn how to maximize and fully leverage the capability this company has to offer for us. So thanks again, everybody. Wadu and I woo.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you again.